Hey guys, what's up? This is Ron here, and in this King of Fighters All-Star video, we are going to take a deep look at these two characters, and we are going to talk about several things that how strong these characters actually are, and how this character is actually going to help you, in what sort of missions you are going to help from this character, and I'll also talk about some alternative characters instead of them, which can also help you in those missions. So in those cases, you may actually don't need to have these characters. So I will also suggest this thing, but of course the summon decision is totally yours, but all I can do is just to give you the logical suggestions, my friends. Then I also talk about what are the conditions that you need to meet. I mean, just summoning and getting the character, that is not everything, my friends. You know that there's a bunch of things that you need to do. So I'll be talking about them in brief because I have already talked about them in details in my previous videos. So you better check them out. The links will be in my description. And also I'll talk about that when actually you should not summon. So that would be an important point to talk about. So that is it. And I also talk about finally that is not summoning is a bad thing, because so far we have been in a practice like we have rubies, we need to summon. We have rubies, we need to summon. I mean, I don't see any point of that. I see in a point of usability of the characters and what I actually need. So it doesn't really matter how much rubies I have. It doesn't really matter how much money I have. It will be wise to summon according to the needs. So my friends, I'm going to talk about these things in detail, so that will be really helpful for you to make your decisions in this banner or in any future BS or SS banner. So make sure you watch this video till the end, my friends, and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, my friends. So let's get into the topic, and we're going to analyze one character by one character, and first we are going to take a good look at GOENITZ. Now this GOENITZ is a tremendous character, my friends. Without any doubt, he has double dots as we described earlier. He has shield, he has skill resets and lot of options, and he has valuable dots like shock and bleeding. And bleeding may be not so much valuable, but shock will be highly valuable because it is a very high tier dot right now, and currently you are using it against the lunatic mood against Geese Howard, my friends. So that is going to be the main selling point of this character, that is to conquer that guilt, because people are still having hard time playing against guild, and one and only, or actually two characters we have who have actually shock damage dealing abilities, who are meta characters, but other than that we don't really have much shock damage dealing characters as meta. And of course I'm going to mention about those characters, but first let me just talk about the available missions that this guy is going to help you. And to be honest, my friends, with his leadership that is going to increase readily enemies fighters by 65% attack, he is going to be immensely useful. It doesn't really matter what type of fighters you are using, but the problem is his leadership is kind of limited to red element fighters. Now there are certain immortal bosses where actually red element fighters you cannot use them because they will have that color disadvantage. So in those cases this guy will probably, I don't know how he will work, but not that effective. But in other cases where this character is going to see this character is an attack type character, and with his dots and every abilities that we previously described in our previous videos, he is basically going to be useful in any game moods, my friends. In any game moods, to be honest, you can actually use him in any game moods regardless of PvP or PvE. Even in PvP he is going to shine like a star, my friends, and without any doubt, because of his shield mechanism. And of course in guilds, especially in guild raid, I would say against lunatic mood Rugal, where he can actually use his shock damage dealing abilities, and that will actually going to help because he has shock in his core finisher. Now we have all seen that we have seen core finisher dots in SS Kyo previously, and we have seen that he is kind of successful in, it doesn't really matter whether the dot is in skill or finisher, because these type of characters are actually have the ability to generate power so quickly. And if we sorry my friends, I accidentally tapped on a skill preview. I actually wanted to go to the core effects, and you can see the 30% power charge gain right here. And you have seen that a lot of boss syndrome characters, for example BS0 original, he doesn't even have 30% PG gain. Still, he keeps on throwing his defaults, throwing his 3 PGs like out of thin air. That is because due to his skill reset thing. And this guy also has this skill reset thing along with that 30% power charge gain, which is going to be massive, my friends. Massive. So as a character he will be really great. I don't see any problem, but as a leader he might be kind of problematic because we don't really have much stronger red character in the game except SS Mai, or maybe some of you will have SSK Dash. He is just okay character, so he is going to support those red element firers only. Now let's talk about some alternative characters of this guy, because there are of course some characters who can actually get the job done, which can be done by this guy as well. And by doing the job, I mean just getting the enough score that is required to clear certain immortals or maybe lunatic guilds or maybe anything, that the required score. I am not bothering about making millions and billions of damage. I don't really care about damage amount at all, because the simple truth is extra damage is giving me nothing at all but just a momentarily pleasure. Just yeah, hell yeah, I'm doing a lot of damage. But then what? You have to think really deep about this. So now let's talk about the alternative characters. And the first thing that I would like to mention, the first and foremost name, that would be BS Ignis. He is going to be an excellent alternative of the BS GOENITZ because he also has shock damage dealing ability, and as a bonus this guy also has darkness immunity, which actually makes him way more stronger, or in terms of survivability, or making your life easy against lunatic mood, Giz Howard, or any Giz Howard guild mood. So that is a thing that you keep in mind, that if you have this guy at least at 3 star, then probably you don't need to go after GOENITZ at all. You don't need it. And for example, I have him on 5 stars, so I don't really care about GOENITZ at all, because he has shock damage in his core finisher. That's all fine, and he's going to do immense amount of damage. But guess what? He doesn't really have that darkness immunity thing, and basically you will need to switch him again and again in order to save him, and basically the same function that you actually enjoyed with other shock damage dealing characters probably. In terms of sustainability and survivability, of course Ignis is a better option than GOENITZ. But in terms of damage, GOENITZ is going to deal probably a way more damage than Ignis. Now here comes the question that what you need. It totally depends upon you, my friends. I am not really blaming you if you are after high damage. It is totally up to your preference, my friend. Next, another excellent alternative character that can be SS Kasumi, which I believe most of you are actually having her, or because it is a recent banner and it's a collab banner, and most of you actually summoned in that banner. So if you have this character at 3 star, you actually don't need GOENITZ, because this little sweet girl right here deals immense amount of shock damage. And guess what? Let's check out her cores. And hell yeah, as a core effect, female ninja core effect, she becomes immune to darkness. and deal shock damage, blah blah blah, we all know that. But she has the same, almost same mechanism, maybe not as best as Ignis, but still she is great. Maybe just 19-20, that would be the difference. Kasumi is 19, Ignis will be 20, that would be the bare difference between them. So in terms of quality, she's a very very tough character. She's an attack type character, so eventually she will actually deal more damage than BS Ignis, because she is an attack type character. And due to her immunity to darkness, once again she will survive like, walk in the park, my friends, walk in the park. And if you have her at 5-star or 4-star, man, GOENITZ, pardon me, my friends, I'm doing mistakes a lot these days. I just finished my exam a while ago. I talked a lot doing a presentation. Anyways, what I wanted to say that in terms of survivability, she's going to be at least better than BS GOENITZ. And in terms of damage, probably she will do more damage than GOENITZ because she has shock in her active skill. Let me just check it out. And though she doesn't have shock in her skills, but if we check the course, we can see that continuous damage enhancement of shock, and that is 15%. And once again, we'll find shock here in this code that is going to say female ninja, that is going to deal shock damage equal to 80% of attack to target every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds upon landing an attack. So a lot of shock she will do. So if you have this character already in your inventory, probably you don't really need any shock damage dealing character. Yes, probably you may go for higher damage or anything else. Maybe you need variation of varieties of character to play just to have fun. Now that's a different case of scenario, my friends. That's totally different approach to the game, and I'm not really criticizing any approach to the game, my friends. I'm just sharing my approach, or some sort of approach that will economically save you, because you need to keep your position strong in the game, my friends. Now let's talk about the lady of the house, Leona Hayden. And though in my review I saw that actually she has only burn as a dot, but actually she deals a ton of damage, my friends. Even though as she is a burn unit, she can actually deal immense amount of damage, my friends. And whoever actually having her already or may want to have her, so she is going to be bonker character, my friends. And she's a defense type unit, purple unit, but she has an excellent leadership right here. As you can see, that she is going to increase boss syndrome fighters attack by 45% and power charge by 20%, and that will apply to any boss syndrome fighter. That means in fighters including the epic quest or any boss syndrome fighter, which is massive, my friends, because this power charge gain is almost this leadership is a great leadership. And actually BS Orochi has the same leadership, and I use him and I know the benefit of this leadership, man. This is dope. Now the point is regarding her strength, there is no question asked, because if you check out the skills, there is a lot of things going around here, lot of text, a lot of things going around here. And if we check the course, you will see a lot of things like increase critical rate, increase burn damage, once again critical rate increase, and damage increase target damage received for 35 seconds, and shield, and blah blah blah, lot of things going around. So no doubt about the damage ability of this character, and this is going to be immensely powerful character. Now let's check out that in what missions she is going to be helpful. And first of all, she is going to be, she will make your guild raid hard mode just a walk in the park, my friends. Just let me tell you, it will be simply eating an ice cream like thing. I mean, you can eat your ice cream with one hand and play guild mode hard against Rugal with one hand, and that will be one clear key. I mean, she is so freaking dope in dealing damage to boss or anything. Oh my lord, she is so fast and so damage dealing. Now the fact is, she is also going to be very versatile in terms of her leadership. Actually, she is going to be way more versatile than GOENITZ due to her leadership. And another fact is, she is going to be way more useful in some immortals as well, because she has actually dot explosion, and dot explosion will actually help a lot. But then again, there's a thing that she has only one dot, that will be the burn dot, and she has actually two skills where she can actually one finisher and another skill that is actually going to do the burn damage, a lot of burn, and she actually has a lot of burn in her skill and core as well, and she will deal extra damage to burn damage dealing character. So this is why she can actually do a ton of damage to any character, and let me show you why. Now just check out this core, this skill right here. This is going to inflict damage equal to blah 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 %, and it is going to increase attack by 55% of defense for 7 seconds when using a skill. And that means a hell lot, my friends. That means a hell lot, because she's a defense type character, and as I have already told that with a high defense stat already, she's a killer. And if you can use any sort of good defensive set on her, for example, some of you have this Athena set. Oh my lord. If you use that Athena set on her, she's going to be a freaking bonker, my friends. Almost immortal and doing a damage like nuts. I mean, so amazing. And actually, I saw a video of one of my friend, and he actually cleared Guild Raid Lunatic Mood with this character doing 1 billion damage solo run. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I mean, no starlight, no nothing. 1 billion damage. Now, there is a calculation that there are certain things that you must remember, because you will be seeing this type of videos, but you need to maintain that these characters are high. These players who are actually creating these videos are actually pro players, and they actually build these characters really strong. For example, the run I saw that actually did 1 billion damage, he actually used that Athena set. Now my question is, how many people are actually having that Athena set? Even myself, I don't have that Athena set. I all rely on KS set. That's all, my friends. And that are the things that actually make a lot of difference. So don't get confused if you see these characters doing some improbable things. It is all about the building of this character, my friends. Now let's talk about some alternative characters of this character. Now for this reason, actually I need to go to my fighters, because there is a ton of options that I cannot actually show you separately. And let me just set a view more, and okay, I couldn't do it from my fighters section, so I went to my stories, and here let's check burn. And look at this. Look at this. How many characters of these, and so many F2P options already here. For example, this SS Honoka. And I do believe that about 90% of you are already having this character, because she was a free character, and she's a great burn damage dealing character, my friends. You don't have to have SSKO or anyone else. Even she can do enough job that is required in the game from a burn damage dealing character. Now you have to keep in mind that in what missions you can actually use this burn damage dealing character. For example, in Guild Raid against Rugal, which needs burn damage, you can actually use that character here. But you see all these available burn damage dealing character, and there's a couple of dead or alive characters as well. These two right here, these two versions of Honoka, both are dealing burn. Also we have some in-game character options like Orochi, 97 good burn damage dealing character, at least good enough to clear the hard mode guild, or at least good enough to participate in the immortals. Also, yeah, basically that's it, but we still lot of options here. And if you are someone who are having strong characters like SSQO or SSURI, man, you don't really need to have any more burn damage dealing characters, man. If you're just if you need to have those characters for collection, that's a different story. But for survival, you don't really need to have any burn damage dealing character anymore. So I guess you have already have a fair idea about the importance of these characters. And actually it is hard to tell these things in one video, so go ahead and make comments in specific questions. Ask me specific questions and I will actually reply you specifically, so that will be more helpful to you. Now let's move on to the next part of the video, where I'm going to talk about that what are the conditions you actually need to maintain or keep up when you actually make your summon decisions. Now these two characters are great characters, you can summon them, but is it all? No, my friends, there are certain conditions, and let me just explain. And you check this pretty right here. You need 18,000 rubies to reach up to this point, where you can actually get this selector from where you can get these two characters, and that is for guaranteed. That is for guaranteed, my friends. But you never know what you are getting from these portions. Never know. And I don't personally, I don't play this game of gazing. Yes, some people might actually have 2 or 3 memories within 4 or 5 pools, and maybe talking about in their videos and talking about in social media, but that is pure RNG, my friends. That is pure RNG. And I can actually show you a ton of posts that I saw in my previous group that people spend 18,000 rupees, got nothing. But some people getting, spending 12 or 16 or 18,000 rupees, getting couple of memories. So the basic thing is, it is totally uncertain. So think a lot before you actually invest this 18,000 rupees, because my friends, these 18,000 rupees may actually end up in getting you just the character, not even one single memory at all. So you need to calculate that you actually need to go through this PT at least and minimum 2 times. That is the minimum requirement in my observation, or what I think. And before that, I will never go to any banner. It doesn't matter how strong or how godly those characters are, because the thing is, if you don't awaken these characters, if you don't have the memory of those characters, and also, let me just go to the card PT. Also, if you don't have the special cards of those characters, forget the set and option, you need the special card of those characters also. So where it is taking us? 2 runs in this PT, that is going to be 18,000 plus 18,000 equals to 36,000 rupees, and at least one full run in this PT, card PT, that will require 9,000 rupees. That means minimum 45,000 rupees should be in your account when you are actually starting this summoning, because you will have 20 more days, and actually you will be able to farm more rubies, and that will help you to cover up any gaps that you may have within these 45,000 rupees. Because trust me, my friends, even with 45,000 rupees, 2 of these characters will be 3-star. That is not guaranteed. It might happen that in 2 summons you got nothing at all, just 2 PDs. It happens, my friend, it happens. But maybe on the 3rd PT you got 4 or 5 memories. Yeah, I mean, you never know, So I would always aim for covering up as much as PTs you can. Forget about individual summons. Don't talk about that you are summoning 10,000 rubies, 15,000 rubies. Man, I don't even consider them as a summon, because 10 or 15,000 summon will take you probably up to this part. And in numerous cases, I have seen that in this part I got nothing. I got almost nothing, but in this part I got 1 or 2 memories. And in many cases I got memories in my last summon, just before having the PT. Last summon I am getting memories, and I am happy with that. But for that you need to reach the last summon part, right? So don't even think about summoning without having that 18,000 ruby in your account for the first PT. And of course, if you want to fetch the banner in total, then of course start with 45,000 rubies, because without making these characters 3-star, you will not get those benefits that people are talking about, I talked about, or all those damages you will see in different videos or everything. You need to make sure that you make them 3-star and get these. Let me show you from where. Event. As you can see that this boss syndrome awakening thing. And whenever you will awaken these boss syndrome characters, GOENITZ and LEONA, you will get these free imprint stone selection boxes. And of course, as an added option, I'll just tell you this: always select these stones. The first one that says boss syndrome volume 4 attack circle plus imprint stone. Just memorize this thing, my friends. Memorize this thing. Hell yeah. Because don't go for any other stones at all. Forget them. Just think they don't exist. Just go for the first stone and that's all. And in every cases, it doesn't matter. For circle, square, hexagon, all the stones go for double attack. So you need to make sure that you have these 19 days left to awaken this character and collect these free 3 imprint stones, because these imprint stones actually makes the real difference, my friends. So I guess basically this discussion already also answered you that another question that I was going to talk about, that when you should not summon. Like if you are falling short of rubies, if you think that you cannot cover 2 PTs, character PT and 1 card PT at least, I better say do not summon in any banner, because you will end up in getting the character and maybe 1 memory. That is nothing, my friends. That is a total waste. Now you can tell me that, hey, it is so easy to bring lectures and say big words because you have ton of rubies. Okay, my friends, I understand. It is kind of easy for me to talk because I have a shitload of rubies, but I will still think 1,000 times before summoning any banners. It doesn't really matter how many rubies I have. Okay, my friends, I am earning these rubies with my hard work, and I will try to get the most benefit depending on my account. So I'll be really cautious about these things. So my simple suggestion is do not summon with low amount of rubies and end up getting, bankrupt or something else, or getting frustrated, or maybe delete the game in anger. Don't do this, my friends. If you have low amount of rubies, for example, if you ask me that if I had probably 20,000 rupees, what would I do? Okay, let me share my thinkings. If I had like 20 or 30,000 rupees, I would definitely skip this banner, my friends. Ask me why. Because there will be limited banners coming again and again. Maybe not the next banner, but within 2 or 3 banners, I'll be getting another meta character who will be dealing shock damage or burn damage or darkness damage, starlight damage, or whatever damage I need. So all I have to do is to show some patience, my friends, and that's it. That makes your life a lot easier and keeps you stress-free, my friends. And as I have said before, that you actually don't need to have all the characters. All you need to have is relevant and the characters that you actually need. Now the final part that I'm going to talk about, and I will try to keep in brief because this video actually is getting a bit longer. I'm really sorry about that. Now the thing is not summoning a bad thing. Now the practice of this game so far, as I have observed through different videos, players, etc., like you have rubies, their banner comes, you go ahead summoning. So I don't really see any major fault with that, because people are there who actually want to try out new characters, new mechanisms, and maybe there are few favorite characters releasing, there are fan favorite characters releasing, especially because there is a lot of fans who actually love Leona and GOENITZ a lot. I do not blame them at all, my friends. But the thing is, it is actually okay not to summon. I mean, if you skip a couple of banners or even 3 or 4 banners, it doesn't really matter. Rather, it will make you way more stronger for any upcoming banner. And as you can see my ruby stash, I'm not boasting, my friends. I'm not showing you off. I'm just telling you that I have been skipping banners since the Dead or Alive collaboration. And I have been saving all those rubies here. Now I have a strong stand, and I will be able to probably 5-star both of these characters. Now will I go for that? Now that's a different question. That's a different question entirely. But I am already strong enough to make this character at least 3-star and maybe even 4-star or 5-star. So I'm strong enough to make get the best output from these two characters, which you will not get if you have 18,000 or 20,000 rubies or even 30,000 rubies or so, because getting 3 character memories for these characters within 30,000 rubies, I don't see much possibility, my friends. I am not really hopeful about it. I will not show any false hope at all. And another fact is added here is, in this BS banner, actually we are not having any sort of carnival. So therefore, we are not having any generic BS memory, which probably would have supported you in any case. Probably you are in short of some rubies, and you luckily got 2 memories of one character, and you lack one more in your memory, and probably you could have used that generic BS, and that would have done the job. But now we are not getting that generic memory. Instead, we are getting this dimensional exchange thing, and look at this. Oh god, I mean, I cannot tell you that how I feel about this option. And this video will end up in a rant video. I don't want to rant, but just politely I'm talking that I am never ever going to use these valuable memories, for which I actually spent a ton of rubies and summon tickets and money. Never ever I'm going to destroy this memory, Netmarble. You are a stupid plan maker when you thought about this memory conversion process, and actually a lot of YouTubers are talking about it. I also talked about it previously. Now I am also again talking about it. This is a crap, entirely a crap. So I don't know what to say about it. So that is a thing that kind of makes low ruby having players job a kind of tough. So in anyways, that is the thing, but we have no other choice. This is what it is. So I guess that will be it, and I tried my best to show you some points and some things that probably we will understand, and in some places you maybe feel a bit of confusion. So please guys, let me know in the comments. I am all open to respond to your comments, and please don't be sorry while writing your comments. Some people say that I am sorry for writing too long. No, my friends, you guys are my friends. You write to me whenever you want, whatever you want, and I will respond to you whenever I can, because I may get busy. I do have my classes, I do have my studies and things, and I might take a bit long time sometimes, but I will definitely reply to these comments because trust me guys, I do care about you. Because I struggled a lot as a new player and actually I didn't get any help until 6 months. And I will share those bad experiences in some other videos, not today. But I hope now you are having a guidance. Now let me know in the comments that what are you thinking or if you are having any questions. So hope to see you guys soon in some other videos, and if you find this video informative in any ways, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you guys soon, and peace out my friends.